Hey everyone, it's Annabeth Chase123 here, and today I shall be reviewing Inuyasha. Now, sorry this is so late, I know I've been promising it for a while, but I've just been really busy with school and all that. Also, I had no idea how to take this one because Inuyasha is just one of those animes where you either hate it or you love it. And even if you love it, you may hate the main pairing, you may love the main pairing. It's just a lot. It's just any reviewer who does this kind of runs the risk of having an angry mob at their door because they'll say something that'll piss off a fan, and yeah, it's not pretty. Okay, so Inuyasha is a very simple story about this 15-year-old girl who literally falls down a well and discovers that her well is a door to another dimension. Well, not so much as another dimension, it's more of a time machine-like thing, where she meets this half-dog demon, half-human called Inuyasha. And soon after arriving in this world where it's feudal Japan and demons are running around everywhere, she discovers that in her body she has this really powerful jewel called the Sacred Jewel. After it's ripped out of her, in which she somehow survives. And, well, it gets stolen by a demonic crow, and it flies off. Long story short, she had to tie a crow foot to an arrow to shoot the crow, and the jewel literally exploded into millions of tiny little pieces. Yeah. And the whole story is about Kagome and Inuyasha, as the title of the anime, getting the sacred jewel shards back. Because Inuyasha wants to be a half-demon. Now, I would have actually liked to see if Inuyasha's wish didn't change, if he still wanted to become a full demon by the end of the anime. Sure, they didn't get the sacred jewel shard. Kagome kind of wished it into not existing anymore. However, that still would have been very interesting to cover. Then again, if they covered that, then they would have considered all the character build-up from Inuyasha during the entire show basically non-existent, so I guess they couldn't do that. 166 episodes of the first season and 24 episodes of the second season. Or Inuyasha the Final Act, I consider it the second season. And that's how long it takes them to find all the shards of the Sacred Jewel. Now, along the way, they meet a womanizing monk with a black hole in his hand, a demon hunter, and a kid fox demon. Oh, and also Inuyasha's ex, who kind of shot him through the heart and pinned him to a tree, comes back from the dead as a zombie. Well, based pretty much a zombie. Yeah, so, that confused? That's simplifying it. I haven't even gotten to the enemy, Naraku. Naraku, he's a half-demon like Inuyasha, but unlike Inuyasha, he wasn't actually born a demon. He used to be a thief called Onigumo, who had a thing for Kikyo. However, he was burned really badly and couldn't move, so he does what any reasonable person does. Makes deals with demons. I'm looking at you, Winchester lads. You need to stop Yeah, you. Where are you guys? Almost had a good shot. There you. There you lads are. Yes, I'm looking at both of you. You guys need to stop, selling your souls to demons and stuff. Yes, anyway. So, yeah, those are the origins of Naraku. And he took the form of the spider demon because almost everyone hates spiders. And I think they're quite cool, actually. I have an awesome scorpion badge right here. Anywho, so basically, the story turns from finding the sacred jewel star to killing Naraku. Because Naraku pissed everyone off, which is never a good idea. Now, what I liked about Inuyasha was because of its length, we were able to see a lot of character development. However, I never liked long animes because they always take so long to finish. And then when you finish them, it's like kind of crawling out of a cave and seeing sunlight for the first time. Like, what do I do with my life now? I spent over a year watching this anime, and now it's gone. What do I do? Yes. Now, to be honest, at first I didn't like Moroku. However, in Yasha the Final Act, he saw that if he didn't stop womanizing, he might lose Sango. Oh, right. Also, the demon hunter and the guy with the black hole in his hand, they fall in love. Even though he's a womanizer, which I never really got, because he didn't even stop womanizing. They were together since the last quarter of the first season, and he didn't stop womanizing until at the beginning of the second season, where Sango showed him that if he didn't stop his womanizing, she might leave him. And after that, Moroku's character actually grew on me. Of course, that was a time when Inuyasha's characters was starting to shrink on me, I guess. Because, okay, I have a theory that after the first season of Inuyasha, right after that is when all 4 movies took place, and in the second movie, Inuyasha and Kagome clearly kissed. However, in Inuyasha, the final act, he kisses Kikyo. And somehow Kagome forgives him for that. I'm sorry, but if I was in that situation, I wouldn't be all that forgiving. I'd shoot the bitch in the throat. I'm sorry. Which is, well, I guess Kagome is a dare, and I'm a yandere, so there's a slight difference there. So, yes. What I didn't like about the show is as the show went on into the final act, I started to like Inuyasha's character less and less. Which is kind of damaging if you can't even keep your main character likable. Yeah, I actually shipped Moroku and Sango together more than Inuyasha and Kagome, because I've never been a fan of dares as characters, because if you meet a dare in real life, they're not completely dare. Like, dares in real life also have a bit of tsundere or a bit of kudere. They have a bit of something else in there. And nobody's completely dare, so I found Kagome's character really hard to relate to, except when all the times she learned that Inuyasha was sneaking off to be with Kikyo. That was the only time she was really relatable. And, well, the fact that when Koga came along and started pissing Inuyasha off, granted Inuyasha had no right to be pissed since he was running off to Kikyo every second episode, Kagome did not do anything. No, she led Koga on and made him believe that they might have a future together. Wasn't until, I can't remember the exact episode, but she thought Inuyasha was dead because he gave her his robe at the fire rat and there was an explosion. And yeah, and then Koga saw how much she liked Inuyasha and left that alone. And I like that. Sure, the guy might have been a woman-stealing jackass in the beginning, but he actually turned out quite alright. One character who didn't turn out right was Kikyo, though. I mean, granted, her death scene was all sad and such, for I have no frickin' clue. Like, I think the whole reason it was sad was because all the people who shouldn't have been bawling were bawling. And that's just... Yeah, I didn't like Kikyo from day one. Mainly because it was just, oh, balls. Oh, balls. Why would you bring something back from the dead? Haven't you people watched Pet Sematary? I mean, come on. Okay, Pet Sematary may be a few hundred years before your time, but still, it's common sense that dead things should remain dead. That's in every single story, and I know you people had stories back in the feudal era. So there is no reason for bringing dead people to life. So, yeah, that's my rant about Inuyasha. All in all, I liked it. It was a good anime. I liked the character development. I liked basically the character interactions. And I also liked how, even though Inuyasha was seriously overpowered, compared to Naraku, he was frickin' weak. And that's something you don't see a lot in anime. It's more like, oh, I'm gonna throw this big ball of energy, of overpowered, earth-killing energy at you. Against one dude. And it's just like, no. Although, I was not a big fan of Mato-san Gatsuha. Granted, it was necessary in the end when Inuyasha had to save Kagome, but he could have easily grabbed onto her and been pulled into the underworld with her. He didn't have to use that. So, yep, that's Inuyasha. I might do Golden Time next. Rest in... Sorry, wrong thing. Live long and prosper, and I'll see you on the next video.